Are we really a victim of our own circumstances? Or can we create our own reality using the dual mirror of the world? Well, we're going to talk about this more this morning, guys. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Guys, welcome back. I want to wrap up the discussion on the mirror principles this morning. This idea that of reality transurfing that Vadim Zeland talks about. And the dual mirror is not new. We've talked about it in different ways, really, with other spiritual teachers. But the way Vadim talks about it is unique, and I want to cover that this morning. We're going to talk about the last 3 principles, including 5 that we mentioned in the last one. These are the very powerful ones that really gives shape to what we're talking about here. So we're going to expose the sham, guys. That's what we've been doing with the mirror principles. We're exposing the sham that reality really is an illusion, that we're constantly creating and recreating our reality. We just don't feel it because we're in the physical, dense dimension of the physical world. But on the metaphysical side, we're constantly attracting who we are and what we're thinking and feeling. We've talked about this. So the dual mirror. So what's the first principle? The first principle says the world is like a giant dual mirror, where it reflects back the image of your relationship to it. So it reflects back essentially your relationship to the world. And that relationship to the world, how's that reflection formed? It's formed by the unity of your heart and mind. That's the second mirror principle. First one is the world is like a dual mirror. Not like your normal mirror, where you look in the mirror and you see a reflection and you are the image. The world mirror is the other way around. You create the image with your thoughts and feelings, with the unity of your heart and mind, and it reflects back an image to you. Those are the first 2 mirror principles, right? The third one is that there is a delay in the mirror. So when you do align your thoughts and feelings, when you do align your heart and mind, that image takes time to actually manifest into physical matter and physical reality. Keep in mind though, guys, when you send out those thoughts and feelings, when you send out those electromagnetic charges, right, it's an instant manifestation in the metaphysical side, right? The only thing that takes time is for it to actually form and manifest in the physical side, but it's there. Everything that's already been, was, or ever will be is already created. We've just got to line up our frequency to attract it back to us. We've got to become that person that we want, that matches that desire or dream on the other side. Yeah? And the fourth principle is that the universe, the alternative space, the field of infinite possibilities, God, is dispassionate. So whatever you're lining your thoughts and feelings up, whatever your relationship to the world is, that will be reflected back to you, whether you think that is good or bad, right? So really, and we've talked about that, that's your interpretation of it, but it will reflect back whatever you're feeling. If you're not feeling good about yourself, that's what it will reflect back. If you're feeling great about yourself, that's what it will reflect back. It's dispassionate, right? So those are the first 4 mirror principles. What's the 5th? Very important. The 5th principle says, move your attention from the reflection to the image. So guys, normally what happens is that we look at ourselves, we look at our reflection, and we react to it. Not just us, but everything around us. So whatever our physical reality is, we react to that. We try to change that. We try to wrestle that to the ground, right? We bang about trying to control our physical reality, trying to control it, change it in the physical space where this is the wrong, that's the having it backwards, guys. We created, everything's an inside job. We're creating we've got to go to the image. This is where we've got to go to make any changes. We've got to line up our thoughts and feelings and align that and create a new image that then is reflected back to us. This lines up with everything else that we've talked about, right? What gets us frustrated is we look at our physical reality and then we're not happy with it, and then we respond to it, react to it, and then we send out a new thoughts and feelings to the metaphysical side or to the quantum field. And then that comes back with another reflection of who we are at that moment. And who we are at that moment is unhappy with who we are now. So you get more of it, right? Remember we talked about worse, bad goes to worse, right? This is why, right? So if you want something new in your life, if you want to attract a desire, whatever it is, you've got to create it in the inside. You've got to create the image with your thoughts and feelings. That's the fifth one. This is important, guys. I just want to say it's done. So you've got to, because there's a delay in the mirror, you've got to trust the process. You can't keep digging up the seed, the apple seed, because there's no apple tree, right? You've got to trust the process. It's a gestation period, right? And just because you don't see it yet in your physical reality doesn't mean it's not forming. It's already done. It's coming. So respect the delay, right? The next principle, guys, is release your grip and allow the world to move with the alternatives flow. What does that mean? The alternatives flow, when Vadim talks about that, he's talking about the flow of the universe, the flow of that divinity, that God consciousness, that's always moving you on the path of least resistance. In fact, it's more than that. It's always moving you on a path of joy and more joy. We're the ones that put up the blocks and the obstacles in the way. Our natural state is just moving from happy event to happy event. We're the ones that make it unhappy, right? We're the ones that get in the way. We create that. This is the sixth mirror principle. Go with the flow. Stop trying to control the world, right? What happens? Because there's a delay in the mirror, which we talked about, you get impatient and then you start thinking, I'm going to force it. We don't let the image, we start going after the image that's already being created and try to force the reflection back to us the way we want it. Guys, this is when you get in the way of your own reality, right? This is why you get frustrated, right? This is why you lose that patience and you say, well, it's not working. All this happiness that I tried, it's not working. All this gratitude I was showing was for nothing. The universe is not, is not working for me. Guys, it's working. I promise, if you stay on that, right? As I said, there's nothing to lose here. You just got to stay in the flow of what you want, right? And understand that all those laws that we've talked about, the law of opposites and other laws, other things come up that might not look like what you want, but you don't know the bigger picture. The universe, the quantum field, the alternative space, the alternative flow has infinite ways to deliver what you want. So just because you see something that doesn't look like what you want, it looks opposite, doesn't mean you're not on that path. You've got to trust it. Okay? So that's the sixth principle. And then the seventh is very important. This is what Vadim calls coordination. And we'll talk more about this. I've touched on it already, but we'll probably do a lesson on this because this is probably one of the most important principles, the seventh principle. Embrace any reflection as positive. So whatever you're getting back, even your current reflection, you've got to look at that as positive. This is not trying to generate positivity for the sake of it. This is knowing that what's reflected back is perfectly matching what your relationship to the world is. So there's no reason getting angry with it or beating it up. It's your reflection. What you've got to do is know that if you keep consistently reflecting, lined up with your heart and mind and reflecting what you want and desire, that the mirror is working. And remember, because there's a delay, it takes time. Everything is, and guys, use one of these amalgams that we talked about. Everything's always working out for me. The mirror principle is powerful. It's just another way of getting this idea that we're in control. You are in control. You don't have to give up. You don't have to give up, throw your hands up and say, I just can't make it work. You don't even need confidence in that way, because if you put a lot of weight on confidence, confidence can be shaken, right? It's not even confidence, it's a knowing. It's beyond confidence. It's even beyond faith. It's a knowing that this is how the world works, that divinity, that God consciousness, or what Vadim calls the alternative space, what quantum physics calls the quantum field, is full of everything you want. And it wants to give it to you, but you've got to line up with it. It's all love. Yeah. So these are the mirror principles. We've exposed the sham, guys. It's an illusion here, and we're constantly creating a new reality in each moment. The only issue is if we don't get lined up, we're creating the same old reality, right? So take your eyes off the reflection, put it on the image, right? And this is how we create our own reality. We'll review this some more, guys. This is what I have right now. Until next time, this is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment and like the video. That's how we get our message out. Until next time, this is Tom. See you soon.